No one wants to feel silenced in their life. No one wants to feel like people only like them because they don't speak up. I want to be liked for all of me, not just part of me. And speaking up shouldn't mean that you're rude or you're bad. One of my goals for 2024 is to just not be such a people pleaser. Yes, I wish that I could help everyone, but to be honest, that's not realistic. And being a business owner, I don't have a lot of free time. I've noticed lately that I've been spreading myself way too thin because I say yes to everything. If I don't say yes to everything, I'm afraid that I'm gonna end up coming across as unreliable or rude. I don't really know. Then I say yes to everything else, and it got to a point where my body felt like I just couldn't do it anymore. Like my body ached so bad. I started to genuinely feel like I was getting sick, but like I knew that I wasn't sick. Like I don't know if that makes sense, but it was like my body being like, you're not gonna slow down, then I'm gonna make sure that you slow down. Last Monday, I decided no workouts, no filming, no crazy stuff. So I just spent the day being lazy and telling myself that that's okay. It's okay that I'm taking a day to reset and recharge. Because I don't know about y'all, but I am so the one that if I take a day to just be chill, kind of lounge around, I feel lazy. I feel like I've wasted so much time. How dare you take time to relax when you're not where you want to be? Is your business as successful as you want it to be? Have you done this? Have you done that? And I come up with all of these reasons why I don't deserve to relax, why I don't deserve to take time for myself to recharge. That is not healthy. By trying to take on everything all the time, even when you're already feeling drained, that doesn't make you superhuman. That makes you exhausted. And to be honest with you, if you are so drained and you're pulling yourself so thin, how are you going to successfully help anyone else either? Like, you need to take care of yourself first. I've been trying to be mindful of that, even though I do hold myself to a very high standard. But with that being said, there have been 2 instances recently that I usually would not speak up, and I did. So I am very, very proud of myself. And I think it's getting to a point where, like, I have to speak up now. And of course, always, always, always respectful. You need to speak with respect, whether you're setting boundaries or not. But I don't know, something about 75 hard, which, like I've said, I need to make a 75 hard video because I really want to sit down and talk to you all about what I experienced on a daily basis, how it's affected my life now, would I do it again, all that types of stuff. If you have questions about 75 hard, also drop them down below. I think that's going to be the next video I film, so I want to make sure that I cover everything. But ever since 75 hard, I just feel like I can't settle for less. I feel like when people give me excuses, I just don't want to hear it. Like, do not hit me with that excuse. I would, but I don't care. That sounds kind of rude, but the 2 situations lately that I have been faced with, one is in my business life and one is in my personal life. The first one is I have this really, really good friend, and we have been friends for a very long time. She ended up moving out of state, and so we don't get to see each other as much, but we do our best anytime she comes into town to see each other and catch up. Okay, so think about this. She's coming into town, so she's on vacation. But she's coming into town where I already live. So I'm doing my real life. I'm going to work. I have commitments in my everyday life because life does not stop. So we are on 2 different time frames. I'm on my work time frame and she's on her vacation time frame. Mind you, her family also lives out here, so she has to go visit everybody that she wants to see before she goes back home. I completely understand that, and I really do try to be understanding to that because I get it. I can imagine that's hard. But for the past couple times that she's come into town, I've kind of felt like she had her plans, and wherever I kind of fit in, she would just kind of put me there, even though it was not convenient for me at all, did not make sense. And I would be like, oh, well, how about we do this? And she'd be like, no. It honestly hurt my feelings. I felt like I was a second thought in her plans, and that if something was not interesting or fun for her, she just didn't want to do it. And that like really hurt my feelings because I'm thinking like we're friends, like anything we do will be fun. I let it go when it happened around 4th of July when she came into town, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I did get a little distant after that because my feelings were hurt and I didn't know how to communicate that because I didn't want confrontation, and so I just didn't say anything. And to be honest with you, that probably was not the right thing to do. But she went back home and life went on. A couple months later, or maybe even a couple weeks later, I have no concept of time. 75 hard, every single day felt like the same day. She hits me up and she's like, hey, are we good? Are we still friends? Like, and it's like, oh my gosh, girl, like I freaking love you. Like, of course we are still friends. But then another piece of me is like, I feel like I know why she's asking this. Since the time had already passed and she came to me, I was like, okay, I feel comfortable. So I let her know, I feel kind of whatever. She's like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so sorry. Don't even think anything of it. This, like I said, like, this is my girl. Like, this is my friend. So then she recently just came back into town, like last week. And she asks if we can go to lunch at 11, but I'm finishing something at 10 and it just wouldn't make sense to go all the way back home to backtrack to come back at 11. So I asked her if we could meet at like 10:15, 10:30. Cool. She said, yeah, but instead of doing lunch, how about we just do Starbucks because it's kind of early. And I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I would rather eat like a whole meal. Like after my meeting at 10, I would rather eat like actual food. I don't want to just like go get a drink or like go get a snack. And so I hit her up. Mind you, the very next day, we made plans the night before. So I hit her up. I'm like, you know what? Actually, let's just do lunch. I know I said that that's too early, but if 10:30 is too early for lunch, I'll figure it out. Let's meet at 11. Which I get told that she no longer wants to go to lunch. She's going to be going to lunch with somebody else. And now this was a hard one because this somebody else was a family member. It wasn't just like a different friend. Like that would really hurt my feelings. But it kind of made me feel like, dang, like I thought these were our plans. And now I feel like I'm in somebody else's plans. And whatever works, I'll just go there. Like again, I'm getting the same feeling that I got a couple months ago. But I don't want confrontation. I do want to see her since she's in town. So I'm just like, okay, that sounds good. I guess I'll just eat before or after. Like, I wanted to be heard, but I was scared to be heard. I was scared to vocalize how I was feeling. What if I vocalize it and we don't get to see each other? What if I vocalize it and it's really awkward on Friday? Like, I didn't know what to do. So I just left it at that. She read my message and did not respond. And I'm just like, I'm driving and I just feel this like overwhelming feeling like in my stomach. I just feel like something is just not right. And I think about it and I'm like, I need to say something. Like I kept trying to push it down. This overwhelming feeling inside of me just said like, you need to speak up, Amanda. You need to say something. If this is your friend, you want to move forward in this friendship and feel good about it, you need to talk to her, because if she's your friend, you should trust her. And if you trust her, you should be able to come to her even when things are not the easiest to communicate. I just have to do this. Like, I just have to do this. It's also, how can you be upset about something if you don't even communicate? Then the person that you're upset with or the situation that you're upset with can't be fixed because no one actually knows that you're upset. You just have to do this, Amanda. Just deep breath. You got this. Message her and I'm like, you know what, girl? Basically what I told you, like I feel like a piece in your plans and it really hurts my feelings. And I really hope that you can see where I'm coming from. And I'm only coming to you because I love you so much and I really care about our friendship. And that's why I want to fix this. I tried to make it very clear that I wasn't coming to argue. I wasn't coming because I was so upset with her. I was coming to her because something had hurt my feelings and I wanted to fix it because I cared that deeply about this friendship. And I thought if I can just come at her from a caring, hurt place instead of an attacking place, like it's going to be received better. Not going to lie to you, I was very nervous once I sent that message, but I sent it away and something just felt like it had lifted off my shoulders. Like I don't know what she's gonna say. It's out there and that's what I know I needed to do. Like that was the right thing to do. She replies and I'm so nervous. I keep telling my boyfriend like I can't read it. Like I don't know what she's gonna say. Like what if I just ruined everything? We're driving and he's like, you need to just open it. Like you need to just know what she said. I open it. This is like the sweetest message I've ever received. Like, I'm about to get on the flight, but I saw that you said, I've only read a piece of your message, but I just want you to know I love you so much and I don't want you to feel that way. And basically just communicated to me that it's really hard to see everybody that she cares about when she's out here. She's only here for a short amount of time. She doesn't have a car. So that kind of contributes to things. And I don't know if I mentioned this to y'all. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I do not take the freeway. Like, I don't know why. I'm just scared. Like, whatever, call me a baby, but I'm scared to take the freeway. So when we go far places, my boyfriend drives or somebody else drives. It brings that to my attention that, you know what, because you don't take the freeway, you can't come out to where my family lives. So I'm already coming out here halfway to meet you. And so I am gonna have to kind of, carpool with my mom. And when she said that, even though I knew I didn't take the freeway, even though all of this, like, gave me perspective and like, dang, like, she's already kind of doing me a favor. She's already meeting me halfway. So the least that I could do is accommodate to her plans because she's already trying to accommodate to me. And it just made me realize that so much misunderstanding can happen when you don't just communicate. She was not out there to be malicious. She was not out there to not care about my time. She genuinely already was doing her best to accommodate and make time and make an effort to see me. And I was like, wow, this is my friend. Like, I was able to communicate to her. And when I communicated to her, I was able to see that she already had me at the top of her mind. That went really, really well. And I was really proud of myself for communicating. I was really happy to how that turned out. We ended up hanging out and it was just amazing. I love that girl so, so much. And I'm so glad to see that our friendship continues to get stronger and that I do have an amazing friend that I can communicate with even in those hard times. That was great. I am so proud of myself for that. And then number 2 will be the business one. I know what it feels like to not have money. I've been in situations where we couldn't pay our bills. We couldn't pay our rent. Situations where we had to choose between paying rent and eating food. So it's like, when I used to be a personal trainer, my manager told me, go find people to train. If they don't want to sign up, then that's on them, because if they wanted it bad enough, they would find the money. I don't believe that at all. Some people genuinely just don't have the money. They just don't have the funds. So given that I'm a business owner now, I have the right to make the decisions on the prices. Being a business owner now, believe it or not, I don't make that much money. Yeah, I make more money per service than if I was employed. You also have to realize I have more expenses because I'm in charge of everything. But for some reason, I even though I need the money, to support my life, for some reason I feel like I need to take care of everybody else first. So I'm sorry. Siri's sorry, but what is she sorry for? Because no one was talking to her. I give deals when I see that somebody can't afford it. Not every single time, but there have been situations where I was like, you know what? Lymphatic massage is very, very beneficial. It can be preventative. It is great for your health. It is not just a relaxation massage. So I want to give opportunities to those that couldn't normally afford it. Makes sense, right? I want to give back because I know what it's like to feel that way and want to do something that is actually beneficial for your body. It's not like I'm selling designer bags. Like, that's not a need. And I guess lymphatic massage isn't a need, but it is very beneficial when it comes to your health. I'm trying to help when I can. Being in the beauty industry, I've noticed that a lot of girls will swap. So for example, maybe I give her a massage and she does my hair. I think that's awesome. I think that's great because, to be honest, I probably would have spent some of my money on getting my hair done or getting a wax or getting a facial. So I think that's an excellent trade. With that being said, I cannot trade with every single person in the beauty industry. For example, if I already have someone that does my hair, I can't go trade and have somebody else do my hair. I can't have like 5 people doing my hair. Also, I don't always want the services that they want to trade with me. That's not to say that their services are bad. Every single person is out there hustling and has amazing services. But sometimes, like, I don't want my eyebrows microbladed or, stuff like that. I had somebody hit me up and ask if we could do a swap. They do my hair and I give them a massage. That's so sweet. I love that so much. Their work is great. It put me in a hard position because one of my closest friends is a barber. She does like women's hair and men's hair. And I just felt really wrong going to somebody else when I haven't even been to my close friend yet. Like, you know what? I really, really, really appreciate that. But unfortunately, I have already promised somebody else that they can do my hair. In return, you know what? You always give me great clients. As long as you just post about me, I got you on that free service. So I told my grandma and she was like, oh, you're gonna let her come for free even though she's not doing your hair? Like, are you sure that's a good idea? Yeah, grandma. Obviously it's a good idea because she gets me clients. And grandma's like, okay, you know best, Amanda, like, do you? But then she booked. Like, first off, she never responded to that message. And then weeks later, I see that she books. And again, I get that bad gut feeling. That gut feeling that I had when I was having that situation with my friend. And I was like, I shouldn't have agreed to give her free services, because to be honest with you, she posts about my services after she has them because she genuinely likes them. She wasn't doing it to get something out of me. The fact that she's already doing it while paying, why am I all of a sudden gonna let her do it and not pay? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm 100% with like having people post, because word of mouth is everything. Like, I definitely think that's a great form of marketing. But then I started to get in my head about like, if she already is doing it and paying, basically I'm not really gaining anything extra from this. And I'm not trying to say that you always have to gain something, but as a business owner, I am trying to push to make my business more successful. And part of that is having an income. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then at what point is it not free anymore? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like I can be like, oh, I don't want to get my hair done anymore, and then it just like ends. Like, this is like, and I'm just thinking like, well, the more successful my business gets, like, I'm not going to need that as much, but I'm still going to be locked into this commitment, and I don't know how to get out of it. Why did I say this? Grandma was right. Here I go again with not being able to say no. I felt like when she came to me because I didn't want to get my hair done, I was wrong. I still had to offer something, which why? I see she books a couple weeks later, and I just get that gut feeling. You know, I could really use this money from her appointment, but I've already told her she doesn't have to. But then I'm torn because she never responded. I don't know what to do. Do I just wait until her appointment and then try to charge her and see if she says something? Do I just not say anything and just let her get it for free? And I don't know where we landed because she didn't respond, but maybe she saw my message. I didn't know if that's what pushed her to book. Like, I didn't know. Again, with that gut feeling, I'm like, I need to get rid of this feeling. I message her and I'm like, hey girl, see you're coming in on the 10th. So excited to see you. Just wanted to discuss pricing so I know how to charge you going forward. And she responds and she's like, oh, did your prices change? And I'm like, no. I'm thinking no. So then I'm like, she didn't even see my message. She just booked because she just wanted to come in. Like I said, she already likes my services. Like, she's already sold on my services. She already knows that they're good. Like, okay, so I'm not locked into this free thing, but I still feel like I need to give her some type of a discount because I don't know. Like, she's loyal. She already kind of brought it up, so it kind of already made me feel like I should. In my head, I was like, okay, well, this is my moment. Not that I ever want to go back on my word, but since she doesn't even seem like she knows what I'm talking about, this is my moment to try to fix things. I told her, I was like, you know what? I've actually been thinking more, and what if instead being the message that I previously said, even though she didn't reference it. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so I was like, so how about instead, what if I just give you 40% off your services? That way, you know, I'm giving you a discount because you were such a loyal client, but it also benefits my business as well. And I felt like she could understand that because she's a business owner herself. I feel better about this. Yes, it's still a discount. Yes, it's not full price, but I do value her very much as a client, and she has gotten me other clients. So I feel like this is a great compromise. I win, she wins, everybody wins. Responds, and she was like, oh my gosh, you are so sweet, but you do not have to give me a discount. What? Again, this is 2 times in like a couple weeks that I stood up for myself, or at least I spoke up, and things turned out great. Things turned out better than I was expecting. Like, I was over here thinking that I'm gonna have to give this girl free services for the rest of my life, and she's like, no, girl, do not give me a discount. Honestly, when she said that, I felt very, very respected as a business owner, because there's gonna be a lot of people that take advantage of you as a business owner. And if they're your friend or something, they're going to be like, oh, like, let me come see you. And then they're going to expect it to be free. But if they actually support you, they're going to support you financially as well, because they want to see your business being successful. They want to see you grow. And so I kind of feel like when people always expect to get free services from you, that's them taking advantage of you, because they're getting the benefit, but you're still putting in the same amount of work. Yes, of course. Why would you not offer to swap a service? That makes complete sense. But seeing, you know what, if that's not what she's interested in, then I'm still going to respect her as a business owner. And I really appreciate that. And I'm really proud of myself for speaking up these 2 times and seeing that at the end of the day, it's good, it's okay. Like how I told you in my last video when I got rejected and got told, like, stop. Still here, still alive, still doing great. The outcomes were actually better than I was expecting. They weren't even bad. And to be honest with you, even if they were, like, it is what it is. Like, life sucks sometimes. But just being able to see that when I spoke up, as long as I conducted myself in a respectful manner, that they were positive outcomes, it just gives me the confidence to speak up in the future. And I guess I'm just talking to you all because I know I can't be the only people pleaser out here. I know I cannot be the only one that's afraid to say no. And so I want you to know that I completely understand and relate to you, that it is hard and it's uncomfortable. It genuinely feels uncomfortable to me. But I'm working on it, and it's making me feel lighter. It's making me feel happier, and it's making me feel heard. You know, no one wants to feel silenced in their life. No one wants to feel like people only like them because they don't speak up. I want to be liked for all of me, not just part of me. And speaking up shouldn't mean that you're rude or you're bad. As long as you conduct yourself in a respectful manner and you're there to have a conversation and talk with somebody and not at them, I don't see a problem with that at all. I am not gonna lie to you. I have been in my head this whole time about looking at the camera and not myself. But here's the thing, y'all. The camera, because I'm using my phone, is over here. And I just feel like if I looked over here the whole time, we can check. I'll look when I'm editing. But if I looked over here the whole time, I don't know. I just kind of feel like I would look off. But maybe not. Maybe I will do completely natural, and maybe I just need to get used to it. And maybe it's just a me problem. I really hope y'all don't unsubscribe because you're so annoyed at me looking at myself and not at the camera. But we do what we can here. You know, I'm doing my best. Honestly, I probably should start filming on a camera, but I don't because I just feel like my phone is convenient because anywhere that I'm at, I have my phone. So I can just pop it up and film. I'll work on that for y'all. I really appreciate your comment. I am not taking it too hard. I'm just saying I want to be my best for y'all. And the fact that I am not performing how y'all expect, how y'all want, I'm working on it. I'm getting a little congested and I do not know why. I've been like trying to fight through it and talk, but it's all up here in my sinuses. With all of that being said, I think I'm gonna go eat some breakfast. I am so hungry after my workout, and I will see you guys soon. Bye, bestie.